What's up, folks? Hi-do. Hi-do. I don't know. I'll drop my AirPods there. What's up? What was I doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm going over here. Ugh. All right, there we go. Wait, what? Where's... They got me all fucked up with this thing. Yeah, we almost... Hold on, what is going on over here? I don't know what any of this stuff means. I'm already confused. Some of these apps, man, they just get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I don't know what to tell you. I lost a whole section. What is going on here? Sorry, there's a new update over here on one of these apps and it's just tripping out. How's everybody doing today? Sorry, I'm trying to figure this thing out over here. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I'm used to having a little counter over there. I don't know. Anyways. The only likes I like are appetizers. Those are the best. What's up, Vicky? How you doing? I do like me some apps, dude. I'll tell you what. We were at B-Dubs. And they were like, I think we went to go order like mozzarella sticks or something. I don't know. And they were like, do you want like the unlimited apps for like $10? And I'm like, why is that even a question? Like, you're gonna charge me $9 for mozzarella sticks, or for $10 I can get all the apps I can eat. Why would you even ask me that? Just write it on the paper. Okay? Let's go. Okay?
It's insane.
Why are we even playing this over here? Oh, that's so much better. My eyes are so dry. I definitely feel better. I'll tell you what. I'd been off the gym because of my surgery for a couple months, and man, it feels good to be back actually working out again. Whew. All right. I know, guys. Sorry. Oh, don't cry. Oh no. Yeah, guys, I had to jump off in a hurry last night because I was trying to catch that Chargers game, and it was worth it. With the big W, 2-0. My eyes burn at the thought of eye drops. My eyes burn for these tears. think you learn over these years. Good things won't last forever. So what the hell am I supposed to do? You only wanted the things I couldn't give to you. Oh my goodness. That's where too much of my brain is in song lyrics that probably 0% of you know. Oh shoot. Song lyrics that none of you guys have ever heard. See, that's her. Isn't that great? All right, let's get this thing started. Everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. Cool. It's Tuesday. I almost said happy Monday. It's Tuesday. Oh my goodness. We're almost halfway through the week already. All right, we're getting this thing started, y'all. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We are just getting this thing moving, getting this thing started. And getting ready to take some calls and all that sort of stuff. Let's start out with Jay Lee. What's going? Oh, why is that not popping up on my screen? Oh, that's why. Because I'm not in the right freaking thing over here. That looks better. Why did no one tell me? Jay Lee, thank you so much for the $10 super chat to start off. Big W's in the chat for Jay Lee to get this thing going. What is the inverse and opposite of woke? Guess that would be awake. I guess you could also say it's being a conservative. Just blind. Blind would probably be a good word. Blind would probably be a good word. Oh no, there's lots of them. There's lots of them. I like blind. Blind's my favorite one. Thank you so much, Jay Lee. Big W's in the chat for Jay Lee for the first super chat of the day. Really appreciate that. I am Mustard. Thank you so much for the 10 jewels to start this thing off. We appreciate that. And Pixie, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Said there will be a bingo winner tonight. I know it. Well, it'd be about time because we've been playing bingo every day for half a month. Okay. And we haven't gotten there yet. I never imagined that it would be so difficult to hit the bingo. Truly, I didn't. I truly never believed that it was going to be that difficult to hit the bingo. So let's see if we can hit it tonight. Sound good? Sound good. If you don't know about bingo, if you are a member or a subscriber, which I guess on TikTok subs are back, I guess. They're back. They can be picked up. They can be gifted. All that stuff. I guess they're back. I'm not sure. I don't really know what's going on. But I guess all of that stuff is back. So if you guys want to do that, then that's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Flower Child. I appreciate the corgi. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I woke up this morning. I went from having like 161 subs to 0. I don't know what happened. So just them screwing with stuff. But oh well. Oh well. Yes, that is why. That is why the subs are more expensive. It's actually because of Donald Trump's tariffs. I don't know if you know that or not. See, the tariffs are always eventually passed on to the consumer. All right. Nothing you can do about it. Economics 101. Nothing you can do about it. They're always going to be passed down. All right, let's open up these phone lines, get this thing started. Get this thing moving on up. Moving on up. To the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Hello, how are you?
Doing all right, Polly. How are you?
Doing good. How old are you?
I'm 42.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I don't, but before you got started, I know you want to talk to some Trump supporters. Bring up something real quick about like kind of what's been going on with Republicans really going against people's freedom of speech, where Trump is and Marco Rubio are directing people to look up anybody that's on a visa to get them deported if they say anything incorrectly about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, he was already doing that, so this is no different. This is just an escalation of what he was already doing.
You know, for all those Republicans that believe in freedom of speech and you want freedom of religion, freedom of speech, you're encroaching on other people's freedoms when you're doing that.
Donald Trump doesn't want freedom of speech, nor do his followers. His followers have never wanted freedom of speech. They've never even pretended to want freedom of speech. They want freedom of speech to say what they want, but they don't want freedom of speech for anybody else to say what they want. That's the difference. Okay. They've never pretended that they wanted anything different. This is the reason why they've passed, why they've tried to pass laws infringing on the First Amendment consistently. This is why they've tried to arrest people for saying things that they don't like consistently. This didn't change. This started in Donald Trump's first term when he was trying to send the military after protesters that were literally peacefully protesting, that were literally just saying things that he didn't like. Trump supporters have never cared about free speech. They never will care about free speech. They just want the ability to be hurtful towards people. Okay, without people saying anything. But if anybody says anything to them that's hurtful, then they want them to be exercised immediately. And that's the difference. And that's always the way they've been. Okay, if you fell for this whole, oh, the left is trying to infringe on your free speech, then I'm sorry, you just aren't paying attention to truly anything that's going on.
No, I don't. I think that they are trying to impede people's ability to speak the way they want to. And, you know, the other thing is there was not an uproar like this for when George Floyd passed away. There's not an uproar like this whenever you have, you know, other people that don't believe in what they believe in pass away. It's just for this one individual. Now, did he deserve to die? No, not at all. He had an opinion.
I don't want to go. I really don't want to like go down this line. Right. Like I truly don't. Okay, you are right. They don't show that thing. They made fun of Biden when they found out they got cancer. He made fun of Nancy Pelosi when her husband got hit in the head with a hammer. They made fun of all sorts of people when that happens, and then all of a sudden it happens to someone on their side, and then all of a sudden their rhetoric changes, right? Because it's always been about what's good for me, not what's good for thee. That's the way they've always done. But I am going to move on to a Trump supporter because I don't want to drag this first conversation out any longer. But I do appreciate you coming up. All right.
All right, good job.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna move on. Sorry, we're gonna keep this thing going. Look, guys, it's just the truth. Melissa Hortman was killed. Donald Trump wouldn't even call the governor. Donald Trump wouldn't even call the governor when Melissa Hortman was killed. Isn't that sad? Hello, how are you? Hello? All right. Hello.
Hello, Polly.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
40.
Awesome. Do you support Trump? Do you support Trump?
I'm sorry, what was that? Yeah, I support Trump.
All right, what's on your mind?
I think we have to protect free speech, whether it's on the left or the right, so.
I mean, I agree. Donald Trump's the one going after free speech, not the left.
Well, I mean, you can. There's been problems on both sides, but Pam Bondi said today that it's just direct threats we're worried about. They're backtracking on the whole You can't just cancel everyone for having an opinion. Even if it's someone you hate, like someone who's celebrating the death, that's still their free speech too.
The right is literally, and I mean literally, trying to create websites. Literally, right-wing content creators are out there literally saying that you should find anybody who says anything about Charlie Kirk, and you should go and call their employer and have them fired. Right?
It's
The Trump
insane.
administration has been very open about these type of things. Okay. Like and like really truly like I believe it the same way I believe in your freedom of speech when it comes to burning the flag, right? Which Donald Trump is also trying to make illegal, right? Which is against the First Amendment, right? Do I agree with it? No, I don't agree in any way, shape, or form that you should be burning the flag. Is it protected free speech? Yes, it is. I don't have to agree with your free speech in order to want it protected.
Yeah, and I am a Trump supporter, but I also support our entire government, the Congress, the courts, the executive branch, and people get hyped up and do things. This is what happens, and when things are done in anger, and it happens on both sides. I mean, people have been hating people like Charlie Kirk for a long time. People have condoned violence against this type of thing.
Sure, but there's a difference between
now
people
that it
doing
happens, it's like
people are fickle.
We got to look at freedom.
Sir, but people are fickle.
Yeah.
Okay. If this was just a bunch of like right-wing YouTubers, all right, I'd have been like, whatever, it's fucked up, but it's whatever. This isn't just some people on the right. Okay. This is the president of the United States. Okay. Yes, people get angry. Yes, people, get upset. People, lose all stuff. Yes, that happens. Okay. The president of the United States is supposed to be the president that unites the people. Okay. That brings people together. Okay. When we go through tragedies. All right. The person who is supposed to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. And he is the person who is not only trying to divide us, by spreading false information about stuff on things that he doesn't even have a clue on. But he's doing things like calling the left a domestic terrorist group. All right?
Well, the shooter was radicalized by left ideology.
Okay,
recently. He was raised in a MAGA household, but then got into very radical left-leaning stuff.
Gotcha.
Saying, I have an opportunity to take out Kirk.
Hold on, sir. So the right winger who was radicalized on the right that went into two Democratic legislators' houses in Minnesota and shot and killed a Democratic legislator and her husband, okay, and killed him in his home, okay, was a radicalized person on the right. So is the right a domestic terrorist group?
I'm not saying that was a good thing to do.
No. I'm just seeing if you have some consistency here. Okay, if you're saying that because someone on the left,
the rhetoric from the right doesn't condone. The people on the right aren't saying go out and kill liberals.
Yes, they are. What are you talking about? And and where's the rhetoric on the left saying that? Hold on, and where is the
like
where
who
who
people on the left have said Trump should get shot. Okay, well, there's been Congress people that say like, "Hey, put him in the crosshairs, take him out. This guy needs to be taken out." That could be taken as
sure. Show me what. No. Sure. Show me which Democratic legislator promoted violence, political violence. I'm in. Just tell me who it is. I'll pull it up. Put it on the screen for everyone to see.
Okay. What about the I don't know. She's the I don't know. She has curly hair. She's a black congressman. She was given the speech in front of some reporters. There's a few clips of it, out there. But anyway, you're
talking about Jasmine Crockett because Jasmine Crockett has never advocated for that.
Jasmine Crockett, it could have been taken in that context, right? But
no, it could not have been taken in that context unless you were purposely trying to take it out of context.
Okay, well, what about the poll they did today that 50% of left-leaning people think that assassinating Trump or Musk would be justified?
Sure. Can I see that poll?
They just put it on Fox News like
They
now.
just put it on Fox News. What poll was it? Who did the poll? How was it conducted? What were the questions asked?
I didn't look up the source, but they polled a bunch of left-leaning people, a bunch of people in the middle, and then a bunch
Sure,
of people
sir.
on the right.
Awesome. Then what is the name of the poll? Where can I find it? Where can I find, the how they conducted the poll? What questions were asked?
I'm not at my computer right now, but I saw it.
Sir, I don't think I'm asking for much. If you're going to say that a poll is telling you that this is happening,
go to Fox News' YouTube channel. It's
go
like
to Fox News' YouTube channel. So you want me to do your research for you? How about this? I can pull up polls to show that.
Well, anyway,
how about this?
Anyway, I
can pull up the data that show that shows that there's more violence committed by the right than there are the left. Political violence.
It's a new poll. Okay, and the Washington Post does some bullshit too to promote.
That wasn't the Washington Post.
Okay, well, anyway, let's move on to whatever we're talking about.
No, I'd really like to know this. If you were going to come up here spreading false information, I would really like to understand where that's coming from.
Like I said, I'm not on my computer right now, but they just showed it on Fox News like an hour or two ago. Please let me.
Sir, they show things on Fox News all the time. Fox News has been sued so many times for lying on air.
Okay, well, anyway, you're right. There's a big movement of.
Someone said it was a Facebook post.
So.
Oh, they did a poll on Facebook.
There was a source on the bottom. Anyway.
They did a Facebook post. That's funny.
Either way, there is a movement to demonize the entire left, demonize the entire right, therefore separating everyone more.
I'm sorry, how is the left demonizing the entire right?
Calling them fascists, all sorts of stuff.
Being fascist is an adjective. It's not a demonization, that's a description.
Okay, well, they're trying to say things like, the right wing is racist.
It's insane.
And, anything Trump does is bad. And
not anything Trump does is bad. Trump just does bad things. And Trump is a racist who does racist things. So therefore, supporting that racist would make you at least complicit in racism.
Okay, but we could both agree that politics on both sides, there's a lot of hate to the other side instead of them coming together and doing bipartisan legislation that's good for the people.
Sir, we've tried to do bipartisan legislation. We don't need to do bipartisan legislation. Donald Trump controls. Sir, we don't need bipartisan legislation. Donald Trump owns the House, the Senate, the judiciary, and the executive branch. Donald Trump could pass anything that he wants. There's no need for bipartisan legislation. And Donald Trump is specifically trying to take away the will of the voters in Texas, so he does not have to pass bipartisan legislation.
Okay, but where's even a concession from the left to offer up a solution for anything?
Sir, we offer up solutions for a whole bunch of shit.
All right, well,
what do you want a solution to?
Sentiment of just because one person on the right does something bad doesn't mean the whole right is bad. Just because people on the left do stuff doesn't mean.
I didn't say the whole right is bad. You're saying that.
So anyway, here in California, we're going to try to vote no to turn down the gerrymandering here.
Of course you are.
In California, as well as several other states, they have independent commissions that prevent gerrymandering. And I feel like Texas should have had an independent commission a long time ago. The voters should have realized that. Maybe this will bring light to the gerrymandering topic and get more and more states to start doing independent gerrymandering commissions.
So this is what you think.
Problem won't happen so much.
So you think that because Democrats are going to get punished for having an independent gerrymandering commission, that other states are going to want to be punished later because of it?
Well, we shouldn't throw out our independent commission just because some people don't like Trump.
It's not a matter of doing it because people don't like Trump. They're doing it because literally Texas is literally in between senses gerrymandering in order to give Donald Trump new seats.
They're trying to give him 5 more seats.
Correct. 5 more seats is enough for him to win and hold on to power.
Politics is a dirty game sometimes.
Yeah, it is a dirty game. You're right. But see how you're justifying for Texas, but when it comes to California, you don't want to do it?
That's because we already did the right thing in California. It's a good example we're setting a good example for other states Because, like I said, when Arnold Schwarzenegger
you know how
it set the example for other states to start doing it. 30% of the other states did it, and so instead of going back on, there's a problem. The right versus left. Okay, it gets extreme nowadays, but this is the solution to go forward. Is more
Let me go ahead and put this on the screen real quick
states.
too. By the way. The claim that a Fox News poll found that 50% of Democrats support an assassination attempt on Donald Trump is false. No reputable Fox News poll has ever produced such a result. This figure likely originated from or was amplified by misinformation online, particularly after the July 2024 assassination of Trump.
Okay, and you know what? I'm not going to defend Fox News on everything or MSNBC. That's part of the problem. Like, exactly, Jesse Waters is part of the problem. So is Rachel Maddow. It's like, what flavor do you want to watch today? The real solution to the problem is stuff like the independent gerrymandering commission, bipartisan agreements. I know Trump instantly started attacking the left after all this, but that's kind of his job, and we know he does that all the time.
That is not his job. His job is literally his job is literally the exact opposite of that.
Exactly. Let's try to bring people together. I mean, he's not as far right as some people think. He's more of a moderate, but at the same time, he likes getting people to be on his side in terms of the policies he's trying to promote.
Yeah, demonizing half the country. Great way to get people on your side.
Well, he usually refers to that as the radical left, not just all Democrats. He said the other day, there's a lot of Democrats I really like right after this happened. He said there's a lot of Democrats.
Yeah, like really Tulsi Gabbard.
Well, who knows?
People that are in no way on the left and they just claim to be on the left, even though their policies and nothing that they do actually supports anything on the left. And the entire left has completely abandoned them because of that. Okay. People like that. People like RFK.
Okay. RFK is an independent that started going a little more right. Either way, who cares who's going right or left? Look at their individual.
You're the one who brought it up, not me.
Look at what they're trying to look at their conscience, what they're trying to do. Look at the effort they're putting into actually doing a job. Everybody. Everybody's putting effort into doing jobs. Not the people that were, not all the Democrats that were sitting during the State of the Union and couldn't even clap for the disabled board.
Oh, no, they didn't clap. Aw.
Yeah, because they all have this hive mind they follow to.
Oh no, they didn't clap. Oh.
Well, I mean, AOC, Bernie Sanders, this is all like a hive mind on the left.
It's insane.
There's when they could be working with Republicans to come up with solutions that are good for the country.
They worked with Republicans, and Republicans blocked every fucking bill that was good for this country under the Biden administration. Now they don't need the Democrats to work with them. What about that? Are you not understanding? The Republicans could pass anything that they want. So why would the Democrats need to work with the Republicans when the Republicans have already shown that they're just going to ignore them?
I just feel like some of these Democrats are complaining about having to live through 3 more years of Trump when all the Republicans, we had to live through like 12 years of Democrats.
What?
How do you think?
Doesn't even make fucking sense.
That time? All right. Well, I mean, not hear what I said?
Huh? Since 2000, who has been in power more?
We had 12.
Hey, since 2000, who's been in power more?
Since 2000?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we may as well go back, 8 more years before that when Bill Clinton had 8 years.
Okay, and then we go back before that when freaking Bush had for 8 years. And it's still Republicans.
But either way, we've had 12 years of Democrat. We've only had 4 years of Trump.
No, we've had 12 years of Democrats and 12 years of Republicans. Actually closing in on 13.
I'm talking about more recently, like people.
This
younger
is
generation
recently,
that have
sir.
experienced.
This is recently. You're just cutting the deadline where it makes you feel good, but it's not actually a real spot. Yeah.
All right, good point. Good point, Polly. Good point. Let's go.
I know
Move
all
on to
of
the
my
next
points are
topic.
good. I'm very bright. No, I don't want to move on to the next topic with
you're
you.
good, Polly. I'll give you that. That's why I like.
You don't have to
show.
give me anything, sir. I'm very aware. But anyways, I'm
Yeah,
going to move on to the next caller because this is boring
you
me.
were being really mean to this other guy. You were being really mean to this other guy. I think yesterday, or the day before. I forgot, but
Oh, I don't care.
anyway.
You should sit down and not clap about it.
All right, Polly. Good luck.
Thank you. Anyways, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Big W's in the chat for becoming a member over here. Feisty, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says today's conspiracy is Israel. For some people, every day's conspiracy is Israel. Which is very weird.
It's insane.
B says, "Where is your poll?" In my pants. I don't know what to tell you. You also said I'm embarrassed by you and your channel. Man, don't you just love guys, please don't please don't send me money to tell me you dislike me. I would hate that. Please don't do that. That would be so rough on me. Yeah. But I will put this one up too. What makes her that's okay? It wasn't. And there is literally hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of video of me saying that it wasn't. So and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. But thank you so much for the money. I appreciate that. You can totally keep sending me money to not know what you're talking about. Thank you so much. Yo, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this every day but Fridays. I really, really appreciate you guys. If you guys like to support the live, I do have super chats and all that fun stuff open. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
25.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Kind of.
All right. Well, I'm not really looking for kind of here. I'm looking for people that want to defend them still supporting Trump.
Well, I support Trump and various different things, but not everything. Like, I don't support his stance on Israel and a few other things, but I primarily support Trump, I guess you could say.
Okay. What do you support from Trump?
Well, one of the things I support from Trump is, his anti-socialist stance on a lot of things, socialism, or I guess you could state it as democratic socialism. I'm highly against.
Sir, what's the definition of socialism?
My definition of socialism?
Yes.
My definition of socialism is how it's written in Karl Marx.
Karl Marx was a communist, not a socialist. And
Yes,
Marxism is a form of communism that is not socialism.
Yes, but all roads of socialism lead to communism.
Incorrect, sir. So again, I will ask you, what is the definition of socialism? All right, goodbye. That didn't take long. All right. Ogden, thank you so much for the gifted membership in the house. Really appreciate that. Big W's in chat for Ogden for the gifted membership. I appreciate you. That was the easy question. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Also, if you guys like to support in other ways, I do have all my pay links in my bio. Phone lines are back open. I do have all my pay links in my bios. If you'd like to support that way, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
It's insane.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
What are your thoughts on the Charlie Kirk shooting?
Yeah, again, I don't want to keep going over this over and over. I have been very, very clear that I condemn any type of political violence, and I've gone very, very in depth about how I'm against it completely. But I'm not gonna keep going. If you'd like to hear about it, I talked about it yesterday and the day before that, and all my videos are on YouTube about it.
Okay. Well, do you support trans rights?
I support trans rights. Do I support people's rights to be people? Of course I do. Why would you not?
Yeah, but look. So, you know how
Do you not support people's rights to be right? to be people?
You know, they had a case on people are going into women's locker rooms who are men. Okay, isn't that the same thing as a man looking into a woman's window as her undressing?
No.
How?
Because one person's going into a locker room to get changed or go to the bathroom, and the other person is trying to be a creep on somebody.
Yeah, but it's pretty much the same thing. Is it not? It's a man.
So you're against.
They shouldn't be in the locker room.
So you're against men going into women's locker rooms.
Yes, because there's a
All
women's
right.
locker room. And
You
a man's
do
locker
realize that there have been multiple girls that have reported that Donald Trump literally went into the backstage of Miss America and Miss Teen USA pageants into the locker rooms where they were changing and being naked in order to see them naked, right? Not only is there reports of it, he's actually admitted to it on the Howard Stern show.
I'm not talking about Trump, though. I'm talking about trans.
Well,
people
you
going into
you support Trump, and so if you support Trump, right? But
Where
you
has he seen him go into the women's
but you
locker room?
don't
Where has he
support
said
that thing. I'm asking how, if this is a problem for you, right? That men are going into women's locker rooms, then why you still support someone who brags about doing that
When has he said that he did that at?
on the Howard Stern show?
Who's Howard Stern? What show was he on? So,
Howard Stern
obviously
Howard Stern is a very, very, very famous radio host, okay, who has been around for a very, very, very long time. And if you'd like to see the video of it, you can pull it up on YouTube. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So do
Howard
you
Stern,
support Donald
what's his
Trump
name?
doing that?
I didn't know he did that, but I'm still going to support him because
Oh, gotcha.
he is. So I heard you say earlier that he was a racist.
Oh, so you
How is he
don't
a
want to
racist?
talk about going into locker rooms anymore. Apparently, you're not like okay.
Well,
That when you
that's
realize
over.
was a lost
We're
cause,
on
you
a
want to move on.
topic.
Okay, no, that's
We're
totally
on a
fine.
topic.
That's totally fine. You can move on. I if I was you, I'd probably want to move on with that too. That makes sense.
So how is he a racist, though? You didn't explain to the other guy how he was a racist.
I wasn't asked to explain.
Okay, well, I'm asking to explain. How is he a racist?
He has 50 years of proven racism. Everywhere from in the
How?
70s when he was freaking sued for racist housing practices by not renting out to black people, all the way through him freaking removing dealers and bartenders out of his hotels in order to support larger donors, from him, making super racist comments about who would count his money and about not letting black people do it and only wanting people with yarmulkes to do it, calling for the death of Central Park 5, even though they were exonerated, all the way up until like a year ago when he was having dinner with people like David Duke and Nick Fuentes, who are known white supremacists, and having people like Stephen Miller in his cabinet right now, who's a known white supremacist.
Are those documented times that he said
Yes.
that, or are you just making those up?
Documented.
Okay, what are they documented at? Like, which news website are they documented at?
Tons of them, and a lot of them are things like the Central Park thing is published in a newspaper because he took out a full page newspaper ad. The court cases
but
in
that
the
doesn't explain
70s
to me
he
how
was
he was a
sued
racist.
for, so they have
You're just saying
court
that he's
documents.
saying stuff that aren't. You're saying they're documented, but I've read every single news website there is, and I never heard anything about him saying stuff that you just said.
Okay.
He said.
I'm pretty sure you probably haven't spent much time reading on quantum physics either, but it still exists.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not a nerd. I talk about politics, not quantum physics.
Oh, okay.
So, do you believe that Tom McDonald is a good man or no? Tom McDonald?
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his
No,
farm
Tom
he
McDonald,
had
the singer.
E-I-E-I-O, and
The very
cluck cluck here
right-wing
and
guy.
move there, here go everyone. I have no idea who that is, by the way. Nor do I really care
Research on some Tom
whatsoever.
McDonald. He's a very good guy. Maybe he can. He's a white ring guy that makes songs about Charlie Kirk and how the devil is in California, and him and Gavin Newsom have some talk. It's very interesting. Maybe you should go check it out, and maybe he can change your mind about your thoughts on it in the political field.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do whatever you just said. But anyways, do you have anything actually of intelligence to move on with? Because I think I'll just move on to the next caller if not.
Well, you do that then.
Okay, have a good day.
Go to the next caller.
All right. Mustard and I am Joe. Thank you so much for the jewels. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys both so much. Thank you guys so much. And I know I saw a super chat in here. Feisty, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Also, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Big W's in chat for Feisty with the $10 says, here we go. All right, let's open up these phone lines. Keep this thing going. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully I didn't miss any super chats over here. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
Insane.
25.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I think I do.
You think you do? That's an never heard that one before. I think I do.
Yeah.
Why do you think you do?
Yeah, I voted for him. I don't really keep up with the politics, but I'm definitely not looking to argue nor have my intelligence, put on display because I know you know more. I don't know a whole lot. So if you were trying to convert a 25-year-old Trump supporter, what would you tell me to do, to go watch, and what do you think would change my mind?
Well, first I would start by saying watch here. Okay. Hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, of course. But then I would tell you to listen to the arguments that happen here and then do your own research. That's exactly what I would tell you. I would tell you to hear what I say. I would tell you to hear what the other people say. And then I would tell you to go research and do independent research and find out what is actually truth and then make your decision off of that. That's what I would advise.
So for me, I feel like just, in the place that I am regionally, just my life, my circumstances, I think it just feels like a lot of hate from the left. And I know the left would say there's a lot of hate from the right, but I don't identify with the hate from either side. And so I'd like to think that I'm, wise for my age. And I voted for Ben Carson, or I would have voted for Ben Carson in 2016, I don't know. I just feel like from my side, it feels like hate, and from somebody else born in somewhere else, they feel hate from the right. So, how do we get out of this two-party bullshit to actually come to the table? I feel like if I told you what I believed when it came to, the 5 most divisive topics in politics, you would maybe think I'm racist or something.
I mean, I wouldn't just assume you're racist because of your stance on something I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Why, sir? I mean, I think my bigger question is, sir. I think my bigger question is, if you think that your 5 stances would make me think you're a racist, then why do you have those 5 stances?
Well, racist is a bad word. I should have said something like far right extremist or something. I don't even know where the line is these days. But I would say if I could retract the word racism, I wouldn't have said that. But I said that word because I feel like just constantly, if you voted for Trump, you're a racist. Maybe we're just uneducated.
I think the majority of people are uneducated, and I'll say that on the left and the right. Now, granted, statistics show that the more educated you are, the more likely you are to vote to the left, right? That just makes sense, right? Because usually when it comes to the left, your answers are more driven in data, right? In research, right? You don't just believe everything that you're told, right? You're taught to think critically, right? Especially when the higher level you go in education, the more you're taught to think critically and to try to understand what the world's around you and not just accept things for what they are. And a lot of what happens, especially with the Trump administration, requires him to just for people to believe just whatever he's saying, not actually dig any deeper into that. Right. And that's why you see that Donald Trump, immediately, as soon as anybody comes out with anything that goes against what he says, instead of wanting his people to think more critically about what is going on, he tries to, suppress anything that goes against what he says because he needs you to believe him blindly. right? Which is why I said what I would want you to do is I'd want you to listen. I'd want you to research on your own. Okay. Because that is how I would convince you to come over. I don't need to convince you to come over to my side. Okay. My side is right. Okay. My side is backed by data and evidence. All right. So I don't need to.
From a moral
I don't
perspective too. Like you believe in good, right?
I do believe in good, but what I'm saying is like I don't need to convince you to come to my side. I just need to convince you to research. That's all. But of course, I believe in moral
For sure.
good.
So, just I know this is content and stuff, but I am coming from a place of curiosity. You know, if I had to just give, like that one dude talked about, transgender people in locker rooms from that were born a certain way and all that stuff. Like, to me, I feel like that's like where I hate to say where I'm from, but that's just like a black and white.
Where are you from? North Carolina?
Question. No, worse, man. Farther down.
Georgia?
More.
You can only go one state further down.
Well, shit. I told you I'm not bright. I'm from Mississippi.
That'd be west, okay?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That'd be west of Georgia. I don't live too far from you.
I feel like the only state below us is damn near Louisiana. That's what it feels like here. We got a Gulf.
Yeah. Well, I live in Florida. Okay, so I actually do live south of Georgia. Okay.
Nice.
And again, I do agree with you. I mean, Mississippi does have. I think they're like.
I'm just talking about small town. I don't necessarily mean southern. I think there's obviously like you can go to Oregon, 100 miles outside of Oregon, and I mean out of Portland and Maupin. There's Trump supporters out there, and then you go 100 miles in, it's like, fuck Trump. And I get it, but it's just like that small town vibe. So for me, it's like no question that, for me, somebody that's going through something, and they identify as the opposite sex of what they were born as, I don't think that person should be let in the opposite sex locker room.
All right.
I don't think that's something we should
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
How do we fix that issue?
Let's talk about it. Okay. Let's talk about it. First of all, again, probably not your fault. It's not really a rule thing, but I'm pretty sure last time I checked, Mississippi is like 50th in education, and I can't imagine you being more rural helps that. Okay.
I was told we were 50th all growing up. I'm from, I guess
So y'all like brag about that in school and stuff.
I'm from a nice place.
Y'all like brag about that in school and stuff. You guys are like, yeah, we're 50th. Like this shit's funny.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just like they think we're retards out here.
All right. Well, don't use that word. That word can be hurtful to certain people. So don't use that word, please, if you wouldn't mind. I appreciate that.
I will not.
Thank you. So what I was saying is, when it comes to trans people, all right. You're saying the whole thing, and this is the thing that I think is very, very.
I know trans people, by the way. My sister-in-law is not trans. I shouldn't say that, but she's lesbian. My aunt's lesbian. I know trans people that transitioned after we got out of high school.
Sure.
And we're still friendly.
Okay, so first of all, I want to start with the fact that the whole bathroom thing to me is very strange. Okay.
Locker room, but yeah.
Locker rooms, bathrooms, any of those things. I hear bathrooms, I hear locker rooms, I hear all of those things, right? It's very, very strange to me. Okay. Because I know for me personally, okay. First of all, locker rooms and bathrooms were always embarrassing when locker rooms were already embarrassing and all that sort of stuff when I was in high school to begin with, right? And then when we talk about like bathrooms, people go to the bathrooms to use the bathroom, right? It doesn't matter what sets of genitalia you have, right? You go to the bathroom to use the bathroom, and that's not hurting anyone, right? And when it comes to locker rooms, we're literally picking out, like, it's literally the right picking out a handful of cases, and I'm talking about very, 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 I mean, less than a handful of situations in which that is even happening. Okay. And even in those situations where it's happening, no one's reporting that, oh, this person is, trying to be a creep, or this person is doing this, or this person is doing that. None of that's happening. This is literally people.
Just some girls saying that they're uncomfortable.
Well, sure. I'm sure that they are uncomfortable. I was also uncomfortable in the locker room growing up too. I thought it was really weird.
Me too.
Yeah, I was really uncomfortable in locker rooms. So yeah, I would imagine that being in a locker room when you're in high school and you're still developing as a woman is just as uncomfortable as it is for being uncomfortable in a locker room as a man, right? And
Yeah, but
if you want to
so male
but
genitalia out in a female locker room. Like, let's just say that's the
so
scenario.
what do you think is happening, that trans people are just going out and just whipping out their genitalia in front of everybody? Is that what you're
I think
thinking?
the majority of trans people, and I don't think this is a common thing. I definitely don't think that, but I would say the majority of trans people haven't physically transitioned. And so if we're talking about somebody stripping down their clothes and changing into fresh ones in a locker room,
Mhm.
I don't think male genitalia should be in a female locker room.
Yeah, you know who else doesn't think that male genitalia should probably be in that female locker room?
Who?
Probably the trans person.
I know.
Yeah,
So what do
because
they
wouldn't that be like super embarrassing?
Yes. So how do we be inclusive?
So hold on.
But
But I think you're missing the point. What I just said. That was a really good point, and you're just glossing over it like it wasn't. Okay.
I don't think I received it how you thought I
Yeah,
would.
trans people would also be embarrassed about their genitalia. So what makes you think they're just stripping down in the locker rooms in front of everybody, just all willy nilly, just to be doing it?
I mean, that's fair. If I have male
So why do you think
genitalia,
this is
so I know
happening?
when I'm changing, I cover as much as I can.
So hold on.
Yeah.
So you cover as much as you can. I cover as much as I can. Okay,
Yeah.
but you don't think people that don't feel like that do not feel like they belong in the body with the genitalia they have aren't being discreet?
I would agree with you and say they are being discreet.
Yeah, and aren't there like don't locker rooms have like stalls and all sorts of other things where if you really wanted to be discreet, especially if you were a trans person that's in those sorts of things, that you would probably want to go to a place that's more discreet, so where you can go into stalls and into places that are, into like more discreet changing areas so that you don't have to be seen because you're already embarrassed about that?
I don't disagree with you, but where I feel like we were heading and then we kind of pulled back a little bit is we're talking about the majority of things. And so like I would argue back, it's not a hard pushback, but I would argue back that, you would specifically have to go to a restroom stall to get the privacy that I would want said person to have from my stance.
You're first of all, you're assuming, okay, that they don't already do that. Second of all, you're assuming that even if they're in an open, sir, you're assuming that even if they're in an open spot, that they're not being incredibly discreet.
Okay, even if I'm just telling you that male genitalia should not be in a female locker room.
Why?
And that's the disagreement I don't think we'd get over.
Why?
I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way I am.
Huh,
why would you say that they should be? It's just
no. I'm
why
just
don't we
my
just
my
get
whole
rid of
sir.
male and
It's
female
not
and
sir.
just put all locker rooms
You're
together?
trying to make a moral argument out of an argument that's not moral. Okay,
Okay,
this
so
has
why would
this
we
has
not
not
just
this has
logically
this
put
has.
all locker rooms together and just put women and men together?
I mean, personally, I don't really have an issue with that. Like, seriously.
I think logically it's the only way to solve the issue if you feel
Right.
the way that you feel.
Oh, the way I feel, the way I feel is very simple. Trans people are just trying to live their lives, okay, and they're trying to do it without everybody trying to get in their business. And we're making a problem out of something that's not a problem in order to demonize trans people. Because this isn't happening, right? There isn't these locker rooms with a bunch of just trans people just rolling in them, whipping out their genitalia, making everybody feel uncomfortable. It's not happening, right? So you're making an argument about a hypothetical, saying that a hypothetical shouldn't happen, and then we're using and then we're using that in order to demonize an entire group of people, okay, for something that's not happening.
Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting. I have a tendency to do that. But yeah, I think the whole hypothetical thing, and I wanna ask you about one more topic after this if you have time. But the hypothetical, to me, I feel like this was brought to the mainstream media's attention with Leah Thomas and Riley Gaines, right? So I don't know, man. The local gym that we go to around here, there's like a few of them, and they're pretty big gyms, gender separated. And I don't think they've ever had an occurrence like that. But I wouldn't ever want them to have that occurrence. And I feel like they put this shit in front of us. It's not even going on. And I feel like I'm right. You feel like you're right. Logically, I feel like your side of things, the only logical solution from that is to just combine all locker rooms.
No, the logical
But I just
solution is
think
to
about
mind your business and
kids.
not make a boogeyman out of things. That's it.
But we should just get rid of male and female locker rooms and just all male and female.
There's co-ed. I've been to Europe, dude. Co-ed restrooms exist all over the place. It's not even weird.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess we're just at that spot at a time. But okay, few more topics.
Hold on. No,
All right.
I don't think I'm going to move on to the next topic with you. I think I'm going to have you call back another time. I want to move on to the next caller. Okay.
Abortion, man. Abortion's a big
No,
one.
I definitely don't want to move on with abortion on you with you. But
All right,
call
fair
back
enough.
another time. Sound good?
It's
all right.
what
Have a good
you
one.
just-
All right, we're gonna move on to the next caller. Sorry, that was I don't know. I don't know really where we're going with that one, but we're gonna move on to the next one. That was driving a whole bunch of stuff down. Hello, how are you?
Hey, great. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
Did you say how old?
Yeah.
38.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I still support Trump.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Nothing. I just want to say rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And,
Why do you
that
support Trump? It's not because of Charlie Kirk. So why do you support Trump?
Oh, on a policy basis?
Sure.
Because he's the only American representative talking about ending the Fed and the IRS. So I know he's not going to do it, but he's talking about it.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I guess we should have just had Kamala Harris come up and, just lie about stuff too. That would have been great.
Well, I think it gets this conversation rolling. If you know political science, a politician will not get up in front of an issue until the population has at least some steam going beneath it. Since no mainstream media or liberal understands the monetary slavery we've been under since World War II and Bretton Woods, monetary policy.
Of course I do, sir, but that's not the point. You're not arguing. Hold on, but you're not arguing that Donald Trump is going to do it. You're arguing that he's talking about it and not going to do it. So you're literally advocating for somebody just fucking lying and fucking making a whole scene about something and then not doing anything. Like if that's the case, then we could have just had Kamala Harris should have ran on ending world hunger, creating peace in the Middle East, and Boots on the Moon 2025. That's what she should have ran on. Because at least, it doesn't have to be true or logical.
Do you understand the reason the American people are in the poverty that we are in?
Sir, we are not talking about why people are in the poverty. We're talking about why you support Trump. And you're saying you support Trump. No. You're saying you support Trump because he is talking about something that he is not going to do.
Rand Paul also mentioned it his entire life. So did his father.
Gotcha.
Rest in peace.
So you just like people talking about things they're never going to do and lying. Perfect. Well,
I got it on your show. I got it on your show, and if you let me for 1 minute, I'd allow every one of your listeners understand why we are in monetary slavery.
My listeners aren't interested.
Exactly. That's my point.
Exactly. That's my point and your point. See, we agree.
I know, brother. We should all get along because sides are for slaves.
I don't want to get along with you. I want to know.
Sides are for slaves.
I want to know why you support
sides are for slaves.
All right.
I support him because of what he's talking about.
All right. That he's not going to do, correct?
And he's getting people to understand
he's not because he's not going to do it. And so
therefore we're not talking about it. It starts all the wars. It raises everybody's mortgages.
What does?
Has a lot to do with it.
What, Donald Trump lying?
Taxing people.
No, we're not talking about taxing people, sir. We are talking about Donald Trump lying.
And Trump is. No, we are. We are talking about it.
No,
we're getting off of Rihanna's ass, and we're getting off of who's got the dopest beat, and we're going to start talking about things that are important.
All right. Well, cool. Well, and since this is a waste of an argument, I'll just go on to the next person. So
okay, well,
bye.
Have a good day.
That was some huge crying over there. That was some huge crying over there. I don't know what the heck that was. Stuart and Sneakerheads, thank you so much for the jewels over there. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Well, not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
Have you heard of the North
How-
America Free Trade Agreement?
Yes. How old are you?
I am 20.
How old?
20?
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
All right. What about NAFTA?
Well, it was actually the dissolution of NAFTA that really got me.
Hold on. What? The
Just-
dissolution of NAFTA? What do you mean the dissolution of NAFTA wasn't dissolved?
No, it wasn't dissolved. It was changed to the USMCA.
No, it was not. It
USMCA.
expired.
When was that?
2017? 2018?
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it just
Oh, cool.
expired. It
Okay.
wasn't dissolved. It wasn't changed. It just expired. There was a time limit on it, and then it ran out.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go ahead and cross that one right off the list. So what would be your opinion on the economic policy decisions of Donald Trump?
They're great if you really like bad economic policy decisions.
Perfect. Why do you think they're bad?
I
What
mean,
constitutes?
they were
in your
his
opinion,
his
of course.
first ones were heading us towards a recession. He got saved by COVID, and this one has us at the worst economic position as far as multiple economic metrics since COVID. So that'd be pretty bad for me.
Okay. So do you know when the NAFTA agreement was put in place?
It's 12?
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm not 100%
So
sure on
do you
that. Don't
know-
quote me on that one.
Oh no, yeah, you're good. But do you know what happened to the United States economy after we joined NAFTA?
What? Yeah.
Well,
It was the
there's-
90s. That's right. What
Yeah,
was
it
NAFTA?
was. I thought it was a lot older.
What
but
happened to it?
Regardless, so there's four main causes, and I have sources to back that up. One is
So hold on.
major
Back
job-
what up?
Back what I'm saying up.
What are you saying?
I'm about to say it. So one, if job losses, and what I mean by job losses is U.S. manufacturing plants shifted to Mexico, costing hundreds of thousands of United States citizens jobs in favor of Mexico. Mexico is just a cheaper place to manufacture stuff. They have lower wages. And this really impacted states like Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Really, in the Rust Belt, was contributed to the loss of jobs through NAFTA and through the NAFTA agreement. Do you want to get these individually, or do you want me to just say them all and then talk about them after?
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and mention the fact that you do realize the last time we had a balanced budget was under the Clinton administration, right?
Well, sure, but
And that was
doesn't-
right after NAFTA was signed, right?
right. But
So literally we had
still
NAFTA
have-
and then we had the first balanced budget in the United States, or the last time we had a balanced budget in the United States.
So if we're still a part of NAFTA, why don't we have a balanced budget?
We're
now?
not still part of NAFTA. You so eloquently said we're
Gotcha.
part of the USMCA.
Well, yeah, but you said that that had expired.
It
That
did
was kind of
expire.
logic I was using there. Okay, so then what are we under? Are we under the USMCA or NAFTA?
We're under USMCA.
Perfect. So we are not under NAFTA anymore. And second question to that, if we are not under NAFTA, whose administration got us out of NAFTA?
No one's. It's expired.
Gotcha. Okay. So regardless, we had wage inequality specifically because of NAFTA, and this is going off of a Congressional Research Service report, and that was report R46212, February 5th, 2020.
Sir, what is
If
your
want
point
to
you
look
are
at
getting
it.
to? Can you please get to whatever it is? Please and thank you. What is the point you are trying to get to here?
Well, that is the point that I'm trying to
What-
get to. We got
what
to the
is-
USMCA. Well, you asked me why I supported Trump. these are the reasons I support Trump.
Sir, you have not given a reason. You just said, how long has NAFTA been around? We had some low bad numbers in the 90s. What does that have to do with Trump?
If you look at the textile industry, and if you look at the automotive industry and the electrical industry, well, electrical is probably a bad example because it's more broad. But if you look at auto and textile specifically, those have seen a rise in the United States since the Trump, well, rather to be 2020 up, that incline there, right? So from the end of the Trump administration into the Biden administration, it dropped in the Biden administration on the third year, and it goes back up on the fourth year, and then into the Trump administration went back up. What my whole point was is the NAFTA agreement dampened those in the United States in their production industries. What we saw was in both the Trump administrations and the Biden administration. I'm not going to, say that there's any.
Guys, if you're on the portrait live on YouTube, I have to do a restart on that one. That last guest before freaking absolutely tanked me on the algorithm. I'll be right back on that one. So see you guys in a second. Sorry, I was going to do it after you, but I truly don't know where the fuck you're going with this conversation, and I can't wait any longer. So,
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. But yeah, and I mean, honestly, you brought a very good point to my attention, so I appreciate that.
All right.
But yeah, so I will give you a call back when I have this argument more fleshed out. And
sir, you need to start. You should start with just having an argument, because I'm not really sure exactly what you were arguing that whole time. Okay, and like, that's not even me trying to be rude. Like, I don't know what your point was. Okay, I have talked to you for this whole time, and I truly do not know. I truly do not know what we just argued. Like, truly. I think you were trying to get to a point, but I don't know what that point was. And I'm just really confused right now, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, it was basically just rise and shift in manufacturing job opportunities. And I was using basically the example of NAFTA, and then on the other side, Trump administration, and then I said, you can't just say it's Trump. It's also Biden too. But textile return and automotive manufacturing return to the United States was kind of what I was getting at, and that was seen in a decline when the NAFTA agreement was put in place in favor for Mexican and Canadian manufacturing plants.
So 2 quick points on that. One, you do realize that manufacturing jobs are back down now that Donald Trump has implemented tariffs on the second term. And second of all, you know that Donald Trump called the agreement that he made, with USMCA, he called it the worst trade agreement in the history of the United States.
Well, you can agree with the policies and not the word of the man.
I'm just saying, Donald Trump literally implemented the USMCA, and then Donald Trump said that his agreement of USMCA was the worst trade agreement that had ever existed.
Yeah, I mean, he said some pretty wacky stuff, though. So I mean,
yes, he does say very wacky stuff.
That fact whatsoever. But yeah, like I said, I don't agree with the man. I agree with the policies. And
sir, the USMCA was made by a bunch of very, very strong experts and people in trade. Okay, that Trump, I'm pretty sure, had nothing to do with, and was literally forced to do, right? Because again, NAFTA had expired, right? NAFTA didn't have another choice but to expire. Donald Trump didn't control it expiring. And yes, there were a lot of experts that went into creating NAFTA, creating the USMCA as a replacement for NAFTA. And I don't really have a huge problem with the USMCA. Like, truthfully. All right.
Oh, perfect. Seems like we're in agreement then.
Yeah, except for the problem is that the person that does have a problem with the USMCA is Donald Trump.
Well, like I said, I agree on the policy disciplines, not the word of the man.
Yeah, but that shows you that Donald Trump had nothing to do with the policy.
No, yeah, but
because Donald Trump didn't even realize that it was his policy that was the problem. Like, he didn't even realize. Like when he was out and he was complaining, saying like, "Oh, the dairy tariffs in Canada." Like he didn't even realize that he was the one that created the deal that did that. That's how separated he is from his policy, is that he didn't even realize that that was the case.
Right, and it's same difference though. It's and everyone should do that. They shouldn't just blindly support a man because of who he is. They should support what he's doing by the actions he's taken to achieve the goals he had set out to achieve. You look at you don't look at someone that's
You said we should base it off them. I'm sorry. What'd you say? We should base it off. We should base it off them achieving the goals they set out to achieve.
Yeah, and what I mean by that is if you are fresh out of law school, are you going to want that fresh out of law school student, or are you going to want that guy that won every single case he's ever fought? You're going to want the guy that wins all the cases, right? And that's what
Donald
I mean.
Trump didn't get done anything that he set out to do. He said he was gonna.
Right.
He said he was gonna build the wall. He didn't do that. He said Mexico was gonna pay for it. He didn't do that. He said Hillary Clinton was gonna get locked up. He didn't do that. He said he was gonna repeal the ACA and replace it with a better system. He also didn't do that. He said he was gonna lower insulin costs. He didn't get that done. He said he was gonna pass an infrastructure bill. He didn't get that done.
Right. You look at the actions, not the words, is what I'm saying.
No, you just said I should support somebody that does what they set out to do.
Yeah.
He set out to do all of those things and then did none of them.
Exactly. So should you support him?
No, I don't. You're the one who said you support him.
I support the policy decisions of the Trump administration, not the man. Donald Trump
like
himself.
what?
So, for example, that whole NAFTA thing, this was in his first term, so this is 2017, 2016, 2017, whatever you want to call it, to 2020. And this is when this whole thing was going down. So we had wage pressure with competition on low wage.
You didn't even know that Donald Trump didn't dissolve NAFTA. I just informed you of that.
Right, but by my understanding,
that's not a policy decision, sir. That was a policy necessity.
Is the formation of the USMCA a policy decision?
No. It was a necessity, and honestly, it was almost copy and paste from NAFTA, with very little changes in it. Some changes, and those changes I think were pretty good, but no, it was almost a copy and paste from NAFTA.
Okay. So, okay. Moving on from that, the economy. For me specifically, I have seen less taxes from when Biden was president to when Trump was president. Whether that means anything to you or not, that's just my own experience, what I've seen from there.
Sorry, you saw less taxes when?
What's that?
You saw less taxes when?
During the Trump administration.
Awesome. How often do we do tax policy in the United States?
As far as like, as far as what, like general taxes, IRS, what are we talking here?
Our entire tax code, where we set like how much corporate taxes are, how much personal taxes are, where tax brackets are, all of those things. How often do we do it?
I'd say on average, probably every 7 to 10 years.
We do it every 8 years.
Every 8 years. Perfect.
And when was the last one passed?
Pardon?
When was the last one passed?
2017, I believe.
Correct. And when was the next one passed?
Don't believe there was another one.
This year, right? Yeah.
Of.
So if there was more taxes under the Biden administration than there was in the Trump administration, that's because the Trump administration passed tax code, which raised the taxes in the Biden administration because there was not a new tax code passed under the Biden administration. It was the same one as what Donald Trump had passed in 2017.
Ah, clever. I see. Yeah, that's about all I have for you. Thank you for filling in the gaps of my knowledge. Really do appreciate that. That's something that you want to hear or not. That's
No.
really what I went on here.
That's fine. You sound like you have actually learned some new things, and so I taught you some stuff. So hey, it's a just fine day. We taught you some stuff. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You
Have a
day
good
now.
one. All right. All right, we're gonna keep this thing going. Really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. If you guys just came back on that portrait live, please come in and chat in the chat. Say something. Say hi. Say something. Keep this thing going. If you like support by any of the multitudes of ways you can do that, I really appreciate that. Also, sorry that I had to restart it for some reason. One of the conversations we had really drug it down, and I had to do a restart. I hate doing that. But I see a lot of you guys came over to the landscape live. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you guys would like to support, I do have super chats, all that fun stuff. All my pay links in my bio, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal are all at Polypolitics, just like my name. So if you'd like to support, I really appreciate you guys. We are going to move on to the next caller. So thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. How old are you?
I'm 46 years old. I'm a Trump supporter.
Awesome. So what's on your mind?
Nothing. I voted for deportation. I make good money, and that's the only thing that I care for. And is Donald Trump scored on that one?
I'm sorry. What?
I voted for deportation. The only reason I make good money. I don't care about nothing else.
What does you making good money have to do with deportations?
Yeah, because I don't care about nothing else. About you people in poverty and all that. I care about deportation. I don't want them here. And I'm a Puerto Rican.
You think I'm in
Bronx,
poverty?
New York. Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna let you know real quick. Just thought I'd throw this out there. Okay.
Sure.
People in poverty don't have time to sit on YouTube.
Yes, fuck them.
Okay. People in poverty don't have time to sit on YouTube.
Just like the person on Fox, I forgot his name, who said we should just take them all out. I agree with him.
As long as that includes you. No.
Huh?
Huh?
What you said?
What?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, me neither.
Okay, good. Then you don't want to know what's coming. That's good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he said includes me? Good. I'm glad.
All right. Well, do you have anything of intelligence to actually have a conversation with, or no?
Yes. I'm a Puerto Rican Trump supporter who was born in 1979 in the Bronx, and I now live in Florida, and I will vote for Trump. And I congratulate all the people who are walking away from the Democrat Party behind Charlie Kirk.
All right. And what evidence do you have that all these people are leaving the Democratic Party?
Well, I'm seeing them online. I see family members. I see people that I know. They're saying I can't affiliate myself with these people anymore.
With what people?
Me personally, that's what I see.
Oh, gotcha. So you just read it on X or something?
No, I see it personally.
Oh, you
I
see people.
that talk to me, that don't have a phone in their hands, and they tell me to their face, I don't care about being called a Nazi,
Gotcha.
a fascist,
all the
anymore.
people that just randomly walk up to you saying, I was a Democrat,
no,
and I'm switching away from that, and I don't care about being called a Nazi.
Right, I don't care. Right.
I know you don't care, but yeah, but people are just walking up to you randomly saying that. Just people, that happens
not randomly. I know
that
them.
happens to me all the time. My friends always walk up to me.
I got family members that I turn to Democrats.
Yeah, my friends always walk up to me and they're like, I'm going to leave the Democratic Party, and I don't care who calls me a Nazi.
Well, you could pretend all you want.
I don't care.
Cool. I mean, you could do this. You could pretend all you want. It's all right. It doesn't matter
you're
anymore.
Pretending. But anyways,
it doesn't matter anymore.
Cool. You're right. It doesn't, because I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I'm a fascist, and I'm a racist. It is what it is.
All right. Well, at least you're open about it. That's good.
Oh, we are open. The gloves are off. We are.
No, not we. Just you.
No, just us. Just us, not you. Us, not you.
Correct. Not me. I am none of those things.
Right. And congratulations.
All right. We're gonna move on to the next caller, because that was a giant waste of breath and brain cells. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? Hello? He thinks he's more than one person. I think that's a mental disorder. Hello? Hello? Hello.
How's it going?
It's going great. How old are you?
I am 29 years old.
Do you support Trump?
I do not.
All right. Sorry, man. I'm only looking for Trump supporters right now, but I hope you have a good one.
You too, man. Have a
All right. We're going to keep this thing going. Really appreciate you guys. And we're going to move on to the next person. Doo-doo-doo. I forgot to turn on the phone again. That'd be a smart idea. uh, Hello, how are you?
Hey, I have one quick question. Are you a progressive or a liberal?
Yeah, we don't start that way. Hi, how are you? God, Root, did you guys not have parents? Hello, how are you?
Yo.
Hi, how old are you? Man, we're good. We're getting some rough ones right now. Hello, how are you? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
Hey, I'm 20. Nice to meet you.
You're what?
21. Nice to
Awesome.
meet
Do you
you.
support Trump?
It's not that I support Trump. I do support some of his policies, but I do think that the Democrats got it wrong as well. And I was trying
I don't
to
care. I'm
speak
not a
to you about
Democrat,
that.
and your reception is horrible.
Oh, I tried to call off my other number, but for some reason it didn't let me go through. But like some of the stuff.
All right, I can barely hear you. Hello, how are you?
Fuck you.
Ooh, are you hitting on me? Hey, come back. Hello, how are you? And goodbye. Wow. We were having some great conversations. I don't really know what just happened. Apparently all the smart people went to bed and left me with these people. Hello, how are you?
Hey, hello. How's it going?
It's going great. How old are you?
25.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, then have a good day. I am looking for Trump supporters. If you are not a Trump supporter, I will hang up on you and be like rude as fuck about it because I've already been pretty clear about this so far. I already gave the warning. So, anyways, while we're waiting on a Trump supporter to call in that can say anything of any intelligence, if you guys would like to support the live, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We do have super chats open. Of course, as you guys know, I like to throw them up in between the guests and all that fun stuff. So if you'd like to support that way, that's really, really cool. I thought I was going to do a restart and get the guests back in, but that didn't happen at all. So that's okay. We'll figure out someone in a second. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
I just came across your channel. I thought it was a good discussion you're trying to have with people, but it seems like you're getting a lot of bad callers.
Oh, that just happens from time to time.
Yeah.
We've been good for an hour and a half, and then it just kind of went down for a second, but that's okay. So why do you support Trump?
Right. I think he's really the only candidate that appeals to a lot of people, and me included.
He's the only candidate that appeals to a lot of people. He's like literally under in polling. Like people don't like, even people that voted for Donald Trump don't like Donald Trump. What do you mean he appeals to a lot of people?
Well, I mean, appeal as far as what we're hit with. I mean, like this last election, we had Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. I mean, okay, there's, a lot of different parties and candidates, but when it really comes down to it, it's a two-party system. So, I mean, I think that takes a lot of people away from voting independent and other parties to Republican or Democrat. And Trump just had the edge on appeal.
Yeah, and what was appealing about Donald Trump?
I would say, I mean, his lowering, securing the border, and his
All right. Mixed Media, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for the $2 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love how Paulie gives 0 fucks. I did give a fuck once. I did. It was many moons ago. And Stuart, thank you so much for the jewels. I really appreciate that also. Thank you so much. Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
It'd be better if you turned off the live in the background.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do support Trump.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because he's deporting all the fucking illegal niggers like you.
Oh. Well, why do you want him to do that? Where'd you go? I had follow-up questions. Why make a point and then run away when I'm trying to ask you a question about it? That doesn't make any sense. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 19.
What year were you born?
Like 2006.
Like 2006?
I'm sorry, it's lagging pretty bad.
Well, what do you want?
I was going to talk to you about why I support Trump.
Why do you support Trump?
I just think he was the better candidate out of the two candidates in the previous election.
Well, we're not talking about when he was elected. We're talking about right now.
Well, I just think that he's just a better president than Kamala was.
We're not talking about Kamala Harris. What is Kamala? Dude, the election was over last November. It's been almost a year.
I know, but
why do you support Donald Trump right now? Was the question.
Because I believe that he's doing a lot of good for the country.
Like what?
So he's taking care of the immigration system.
How's he doing that?
By deporting illegal immigrants.
That's not taking care of the immigration system.
That is most definitely taking care of it.
How is that taking care of the immigration system? What's better about the immigration system with him deporting people?
Well, he's getting rid of the people who came in illegally.
So what?
I mean, you're not supposed to be in the country.
So what?
That's being a good president is taking care of our citizens. That's the whole point.
Joe Biden repatriated more people than Donald Trump did. So Joe Biden was a great president?
No.
Oh, gotcha. So it's only a great president when Donald Trump does it, but when Joe Biden does it, it sucks.
Well, that's not exactly what I said.
Oh. What'd you say then?
Joe Biden was an okay president, but what I'm saying is Donald Trump is like genuinely getting rid of illegal immigrants who shouldn't be in the country anyways, and there is no reason for them to be in the country.
How does that? Why would that be an issue for you? What are migrants in this country doing to hurt you?
Well,
first of all, you're 19 years old. I assume you still live at home. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
probably no job, right?
I do have a job, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
what do
I
you do?
I currently work at Chick-fil-A.
You work at Chick-fil-A. Okay. So were migrants coming in and taking your Chick-fil-A job, boy?
No, sir, but they're taking other jobs.
Like which ones?
Well, they're taking jobs, I guess, that nobody really wants to do.
So they're taking jobs that nobody wants to do. So that's a good
Yes,
thing?
sir. I understand how stupid that sounds. I apologize.
It doesn't sound stupid. I mean, it actually sounds logical.
Yes, sir. The immigrants are naturally, they're taking jobs that most people wouldn't do, most Americans wouldn't do. But then again, I think that getting rid of the immigrants, if they came in legally, would probably be a better process. And I know the immigration system is very screwed up and the test is really messed up, especially it's really hard to get into our country legally. And I understand all that, but I think there's much better ways to go about it. But I think deporting them is probably one of the better ways, and I think that he could do it a little bit better, but I think right now he's doing pretty good with deporting them.
And why do you think deporting him is better? What do you think that helps?
Okay, so one gets rid of them, and I know that sounds very bad, but like, I mean, it removes
You're just not
them from a
explaining. You're
closer.
just not explaining to me why getting rid of them helps anything.
Okay, so it makes it so Americans will do the jobs that no one wants to do, and they'll start being less lazy, I guess.
That's not true.
I mean, if there's no one to do it, then someone's got to do it.
No, if there's no one to do it, then it doesn't get done.
Yeah, but then people will step up. I mean, there's how it's works.
There's not enough people to step up.
America is heavily populated.
And America has a lot of jobs.
So is there a greater job? Did I miss something then? Is like there a greater job increase that's happening, or?
No, even before Trump got in office, there was about as many unemployed people in the country as there were job openings.
But before, I'm sorry, I must be confused. So the immigrants are helping
sustain our economy? Yeah.
Okay, well, I just think that maybe I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this so it doesn't sound horrible. I think that it's good to deport them because they shouldn't be here anyways.
Yeah, I get that whole shouldn't be here anyways, but if you really think about that, neither should most of us.
And may I ask why?
Because we are living on land that was stolen from indigenous people through a genocide.
Yeah, but there's nothing we can do about that now.
You're right. We can't go back and do that, but you're talking about whether people deserve or should be here, and we shouldn't be here either. So when we shouldn't be here, telling other people that they shouldn't be here doesn't really make much sense.
Well, we've inhabited this land for about 200 years now.
Who's we? I mean, who's we?
I mean, Americans. Like,
Americans are just a mix of a whole bunch of different people that immigrated here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was like, different groups of people from the British, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the Italians, the Polish, the Irish,
all the
mass immigration from multiple. Then you have, the enslaved population that was brought here, right?
Yeah.
And that has happened over, hundreds of years of different people that weren't supposed to be here, just coming here and coming here and coming here. Then you had things like the Louisiana Purchase, right, where we bought, large territory from the French. There was parts of Mexico that we just kind of took over that became places like Arizona and New Mexico, right? We have a whole bunch of people that came that freaking were already in this country or came to this country that don't belong here, right? Don't belong to this country. They've been inhabiting it over a multitude of time, right? But that doesn't change. That doesn't make someone belong here and doesn't belong here. Just because you can come in and freaking squat in my house, right, and inhabit my house, but that doesn't mean that you belong in my house, right?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm saying is this whole idea of someone who's supposed to be here is kind of ridiculous, right? At the same point, do I believe that we should have we need to have immigration standards? Yeah, absolutely. Do I believe that we should make better laws for immigration, that we should have a larger secure border? I agree with all of that. Right? But just freaking taking people that have been in this country, who some of them know nothing but this country, who have lived here since they were a child, who have been here for 2, 3, 4 decades, right? And just hunting them down and deporting them out of this country doesn't help anything. It doesn't help them. It doesn't help Americans. It doesn't help the U.S. economy. It helps no one.
I do have a question though. So you said like people who've been born and know nothing but this country. I thought you were a U.S. citizen if you were born on American soil.
Yeah, I said the people that have been here since pretty much they were born, right? People that were brought here when they were 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, right? But if you want to talk about people that are born here and being, them being United States citizens, Donald Trump's trying to get rid of that too.
May I ask how? Because I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, he's already tried to it's already gone like pretty much up to the Supreme Court that he was trying to get rid of birthright citizenship.
Oh, yes, sir. I've never seen anything like that. That's my bad.
Yeah. So the Constitution protects your right to be a United States citizen if you were born here. Donald Trump doesn't believe that just because you were born here, you deserve to be an American citizen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. which means that he, at that point, has the right. And once he tries to get away with that, then he has the right to tell anybody that was born here that they don't deserve to be a United States citizen, right? Like, he's already trying to denaturalize people under the U.S. Constitution. He's already talked about that with people like Zohran Mamdani, right? And trying to, again, violate the 14th Amendment of the Constitution to try to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, having strong borders is good. Having good immigration policy is good, right? Having pathways to citizenship is also good, right? Making sure that people that are here, that are contributing to our economy, stay here to help contribute to our economy. Good. You don't have to like pick a side between. You think like, oh, I either have to pick the side of open the borders and we don't have a border, or deport all the people. Those are both stupid.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand where I was wrong there. That's my bad.
Yeah. So, anyways, but I'm going to move on to the next caller. I hope you have a good day. All right.
I hope you have a good day too.
All right. Y'all, please go ahead and we're going to run this live a little extra long today since we had to do like a restart over here, but I need y'all to chat in the chat. Make sure you guys are supporting the live. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Give me like 10 seconds. I'll be right back.
It's insane.
All right, sorry about that. Jay, thank you so much for the Cash App, $5 Cash App. I really, really appreciate that. For being my favorite illegal N-word. I really appreciate that, Jay. Thank you so much. That is absolutely great. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. And also, oh my goodness, I forgot to set it up where I can put this on the screen. 2K24 says, I'm going to holiday in the US right as my girlfriend is due, so my baby is born in the US and I can stay. That's funny. Thank you so much for the $5 over there. I really, really appreciate that. And Feisty, thank you so much for the jewels. Sorry I couldn't put that one up on the screen. I forgot to return on my system that allows me to do that. But thank you so much. And Feisty, again, thank you so much for the jewels. I really, really appreciate that. I'm seeing all of those coming in. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up, boss? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
I am 37.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I'm sorry?
Do you support Trump?
Well, I mean, I have never voted before. But I do support your show on YouTube.
Yeah, awesome. Why haven't you voted?
Yeah. I don't know. I have different perspectives, and I have questions on both parties to a point where it's too even late to vote. So,
well, it's not too late to vote. We have an election next year. All right. We have the midterms. Midterms are very important.
I would definitely sign up for that. Definitely.
Yeah. So make sure you register now so you get ready to vote for the midterms. And I'm glad that you support the show, and I hope that you stick around so that you can, continue to learn. Sound good?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, you have a good one. All right.
You as well.
All right. We're going to move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. We're going to keep this thing moving. Sorry. I know it's crazy. I leave for like 10 seconds and y'all like disappear. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
What year was that? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not sure that dude was 8. Hello, how are you?
What's up?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
With some policy.
With some policy. It is really funny that forever, man, I've been doing this. I've been doing this for God damn, I've been doing this for 2 years next month. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for 2 years next month, right? Well, not on all of these platforms, but on one of these platforms. You guys know which one you are. And it used to be so like I'd be like, "Hey, do you support Trump?" And people were immediately just like, "Yes, I support Trump. Yeah, it's so great. Yeah, it's awesome." And now it's just like I don't get very many Trump supporters. It's mostly just people that are just like, "Oh, well, I support some policies." Like it's always like a backtrack now. Why is that?
So I would say neither candidate would be somebody that I fully support, and he's essentially the lesser of two evils in my eyes.
Awesome. Now, can you please explain to me how somebody who has been adjudicated for sexually assaulting someone, who's defrauded a children's cancer charity, who's a 34 times felon, someone who brags about going into the locker rooms of Miss Teen USA dressing rooms to go see a naked and is best friends with Epstein is the lesser of two evils?
Well, because I don't agree with a lot of that stuff that you just talked about, but I also don't know if I agree with any of like Biden's policies or anything like that. For example, one thing that I can support with Trump is the fact that he is against abortion.
Okay. So don't have an
So,
abortion.
I mean, well, I'm against other people having them too.
Oh, gotcha. So you just want to control other people's bodies.
Yeah, I'd like them to not control the bodies that are inside their bodies.
Oh, they're bodies that are inside of the bodies. And why is that? What gives you the right to be able to do that?
It's insane.
What gives them the right to be able to kill the baby?
Because it's not a baby. What's the definition of a baby?
Something born with its own DNA or something with its own.
You're correct.
DNA.
Oh no, see, you knew the definition and now you're going to try to backtrack on it. What was that again?
Okay, something with different DNA. And
Something
you're right, I did slip
born. Man, you even said it. You knew the correct answer. You knew the correct answer was born. You knew it was, right? You knew the answer was born.
Maybe I slipped up on that because I've been watching too many liberals talk about it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that might be it. Or maybe it's just because, I don't know, you know that the definition, according to the dictionary, is someone born, right? And who has rights in this country?
So anybody that ever says anything incorrectly when they're trying to spit out a sentence is automatically wrong. They
No,
don't
you
have
were
the
actually
ability
right.
to retract it.
You were actually
Okay, so
right.
can I
I'm
ask
actually
you
giving you
something?
credit for being right.
Can I ask you a question following that? Then?
Well, I already asked you a question. According to the Constitution, who has rights in this country?
What was your question? One more time, sorry.
According to the Constitution, who has rights in this country?
Everyone.
Nope.
What are you talking about? Are you saying
All
that,
persons
like,
born.
you're
14th Amendment.
saying
All
that
persons born. You have rights in this country once you're born.
Okay, so you're claiming that, and even up until birth.
Well, you don't have rights in this country until you're born, correct? But if you're talking about from an abortion stance, that's not happening. So,
Well, what's your thoughts on that?
what's not my thoughts on that? It's what the data says because we have data. And
No, I'm just asking because you've got a large audience. I'd like to know your thoughts
my thoughts on what?
on abortions up until birth.
Yeah, they're not happening. That's what it is. What percentage of abortions happen at the 20th week or earlier?
You're talking Constitution, right?
Right, yeah, but what percentage of abortions in America happen before the 21st week? So 20th week or earlier?
That has nothing to do with the question.
Sir. I
am
am answering your question. What percentage of abortions happen before the 21st week?
I don't have the statistics.
All right, it's 99.1%. Okay. What percentage of abortions happen by the 24th week or earlier? You don't know.
I don't know.
It's 99.8%. Of that 0.2% of abortions that happens after the 24th week, how many of those are not for like extreme medical necessity or viability?
I don't have the statistics in front
It's
of me.
0%. Okay.
The purpose of the call here was to just
No, because
to
you're
get your thoughts.
asking me, sir, you're asking me what I feel about abortions all the way up until the time of birth, and I'm telling you that they're not happening. And so now I am giving you the data, okay? I'm giving you the numbers to show that it's not happening. So I don't have a feeling, okay, about something that's not happening, just like I don't have a feeling about, Martians coming and taking my lunch money tomorrow, right? I don't have a feeling about that because it's not happening.
But hypothetically, you would be against that.
I'm not, I don't,
Martians
sir, I'm
coming to
not
take your lunch money.
hypothetically for or against anything because I'm not engaging in a hypothetical that's not happening.
That's kind of how laws are made in the first place. You engage in hypotheticals and you figure out what's right and wrong. That's where.
All right. So is there a law in the United States about not being able to teleport your neighbor to another country?
Probably. It'd be probably assault or something.
No. Is there a law right now that says according to, whatever, 8
Here's the
US
deal.
code, whatever
You're
you want, right?
comparing-
Or 6 US code, whatever. You are not allowed to teleport your neighbor to another country without their permission.
You're comparing something that is fictional, that we cannot do, teleportation, with something that's nonfiction, which is having an abortion.
Yeah, but you're comparing two things that aren't happening. Okay. And so there are not, so you're saying, oh, we should make laws about things that are not happening. That's exactly what you just said.
Let me ask you one follow-up then.
Sure.
Let me ask you one follow-up. Since they're not happening, would you be against us creating some type of some law against people doing what's already not
Absolutely.
happening? Just okay.
Cool. No, absolutely, I would be against that.
Oh, you'd be against it?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you be against people?
Do you want to know why I'd be against it?
Sure.
Yeah, because like I said, of that 0.2%, okay, that is happening after the 24th week, none of them are happening unless it's for medical necessity or fetal viability, okay? And so when you create laws, all right, that limit doctors' ability to do exactly that, right, to deal within fetal viability or mother's health, the only possible outcome is the restriction of medical professionals to be able to do their jobs to save the mother's life, because there is no other restriction that could happen. And I do not ever want a doctor to feel restricted, all right, in being able to freaking save a mother's life. I would never want that.
What about a DNC?
What about a DNC?
Those are legal. Those are legal.
Okay, and?
Whenever. It's essentially an abortion.
Sir, DNCs are legal according to certain restrictions in multiple states, right? Like there are certain restrictions in which you can do a DNC in Georgia, right? Those aren't always like necessarily legal, right? And doctors have actually lots of questions in the United States, which are causing people to, to again, die, bleed out, all sorts of horrible things because people are making laws that affect doctors' ability to make a decision on whether a DNC is done. That's the whole problem.
Okay. Either way, we fundamentally disagree on any time. I feel like it should never ever be a thing, unless I do feel like it would be allowed. I think it would be fine if the mother's life was truly at risk. That would be the one case that I would probably sway your direction on. But
why?
Other than that, I don't think monetary, the ability to support the child is a reason to have an abortion.
Sir, I'm not asking, sir. I'm asking you why. The question I'm asking you is why.
Why what?
Why do you believe this way?
Well, I guess I just feel like since the human is inside of the body already, it's got its own DNA. It has the potential for life. I don't feel like I have the right. Like you said, I don't have the right to affect other people. I don't feel like people should have the right to affect their child.
Gotcha. So well, it's not a child, right? And you just admitted to that.
What do you mean?
Well, you said it has the potential for life. Does something having the potential for something make it that something?
I would say so. Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous. Is a caterpillar a butterfly?
Right. I don't know what the difference between
is a caterpillar a butterfly?
You call it. You know what?
Is a caterpillar a butterfly?
It will be.
No. Is it?
It will be.
Does every caterpillar become a butterfly?
I don't know.
No, the correct answer is no.
Sure.
Okay. Does every fertilized egg become a human?
Not the ones that are killed.
No, sir. If left to their complete own fruition, does every fertilized egg become a living, breathing baby?
But just because it
Just
doesn't,
answer the question.
yeah. See, that's what you want.
No, I want you
me
to answer the question because I'm
questions that
questioning
you're
your
providing.
stance, sir. I'm asking you if the potential for something makes it that thing. The entire point of potential.
But 99%
sir,
of
sir.
those
See, now
potentials.
you're not listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
You're not
entire
letting me
point.
answer
The
your question
entire
that you
point
wanted me
of
to ask you.
the entire point of potential is that it's not that thing. That is the entire
Cool,
point.
99% of them will become.
That's not even true. It's closer to 50. Yeah, I'm closer to 50% of fertilized eggs are actually implanted. You have no idea what you're talking about.
How about after 3 weeks? Then what's the percent?
Okay. So now we're cool with abortions prior to 3 weeks.
I would like to just find some common ground with you. You're not.
Yeah, no, sir,
right?
I'm trying to understand, sir. I'm not trying to find common ground with you. I'm trying to understand what you're saying, and you're saying that something has a potential for something. So something that has a potential for something is not that thing.
It's a 99% chance.
It's not a 99. Sure, please show me one piece of. I will allow you to show me even bad medical data. Okay, even bad medical data that shows that 99% of fucking of fertilized eggs are implanted. I don't even think the worst, the true, like the literal worst doctors in the world that lie completely would literally even say that.
I'm not talking about that right now.
No, I am.
I'm trying to find common ground.
Sir, why, sir? Yeah, how about this? Here's our common ground, okay? You don't know anything about pregnancy, okay? Nor can you ever have a pregnancy.
That's an insult. That's an insult.
No, that's not an insult. That's just a statement of what is happening right now. Okay, you don't know anything about pregnancy. Nor can you have a pregnancy, but yet you are trying to make sure that you have an ability to control. Because you already answered the question. Because you already answered the question and said you couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you forget your own conversation already?
It's because I'm a man.
How would I know you're a man? I can't see you.
You do this for a living, right? And you can't tell by my voice?
No. And also, I don't do this for a living. But you already said it, and now you're trying to turn that around, even though you realize that you were kind of fucked in your own conversation. So let's get this straight. So you can't have a pregnancy. And so what you were trying to say is, what I really want to do is I just want to make sure that I can control women because, I don't know. I assume it's mostly because women don't like you. But
I'm actually trying to control the men inside of the women.
The men inside of women. Okay. So not only are babies already born, but now we have full-grown men inside of women now.
I didn't say full-grown. You would classify it male or female.
No, men is an adult male. Yeah.
Oh, that's why my kid goes into the men's room in the bathroom. It's called the men's room. Is it only for adults?
Oh God! Oh my goodness! We should decide science and biology based off a sign on the bathroom door. Oh wow! My bad. I'm sorry. Next time I need to know anything about biology, I will just look at a bathroom door. That'll fix everything.
Okay. Well, I was using a general term, and you tried to turn it into a thing that there's full-grown men inside of a woman. It's just a general term. You're trying to nitpick vocabulary, and it kind of backfired in your face.
Not nitpicking vocabulary, sir. I'm using, because here's the thing about words.
You did, because I said
it's really cool. What's really cool about
inside
words, it's one of my favorite things about words, is that they have meanings. Okay? And you misusing those meanings because you don't understand anything about them. Shows just your simple ignorance about it. All right?
This is the last question I'll have for you, and then I'm getting off.
Thank God.
You said words have meaning, right?
Sure.
What is a woman?
What is a woman? And I want to be clear. You're asking me what a woman is, right?
Words have meanings. So
Yeah.
Let me hear.
Yeah, cool. A woman is somebody that decides within our society to conform to the gender. So you don't like the definition?
No, I'm sorry for interrupting. Just go.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you don't want to know the answer, that's fine. I wouldn't expect that you'd. I wouldn't expect that you'd actually want to know the answer. That's totally cool.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I won't interrupt.
How about this? You tell me what a woman is?
No, you just said I can't do that. So.
No, go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you. It's a adult human female with the organs of a woman with the XX chromosome.
Gotcha.
Someone with an XX chromosome. There you go.
So can people be born with XY chromosomes but be born with female genitalia?
In general, like I said.
No, yes or no
99%
question. Can that
matters.
happen?
Okay, let me adjust my definition then.
Oh, okay. Let's try that again.
Someone who is born with XX chromosomes, except for the case of intersex, which becomes trickier.
All right, so
There you
someone that is born with XX chromosomes. Okay. Well, I'm
Besides
sorry for you.
intersex.
A woman is not someone that's born with XX chromosomes. That would be a female. Because again, words have meanings, right? What about someone born with XXY chromosomes?
I bet if you look down any synonym dictionary, some thesaurus out there, I bet those two words are the same.
I'm sure it would, because the definition of gender changes as we go through time. Just like what falls into what genders have changes as we go through time. That's not abnormal, because gender is a social construct, one that has changed consistently over the time of human beings and has been documented through all those times in human beings. Let me ask you a question. According to the Talmud, which is one of the oldest texts that that exists within Judaism, that is the basis for the Bible, how many genders are there?
Probably 2.
8. Yeah, there's 8 different genders according to the Talmud.
I'm guessing you got a different interpretation there.
You're right. I do have a different interpretation. I have the interpretation
and I don't know
of
why
the
you're using
Talmud,
a source
which
like the
is
Bible
which is. I'm just showing you.
When I've seen
Sir,
you already talk about how the Bible's wrong. So there you go.
Yeah.
There's another thing.
Now, the Bible is very wrong. I'm not using the Bible
There you
as
go. Then let's use
I'm
that
not
as a
using
source.
it as a form of the Bible, sir. I'm using it as historical text to show that even throughout our history and thousands of years ago, we still had the understanding that there was multiple genders. Okay. So this whole idea of having 2 genders, that is not the traditional thing. That is a new thing. Okay. From people that don't have an understanding of gender.
There's definitely a higher trend of people that are now turning into, brainwashed, I'll call it, but also transgender.
No.
or whatever.
There is a higher level of people that are brainwashed into thinking that there's only 2 genders and that matters.
Actually, I think the number has gone down percentage-wise on people that think there's 2 genders.
No.
That was
There's an
just- that was
increase in the
just-
amount of
that
people
was
that
just
think there's
fact,
2
like,
genders.
tw-
Okay.
like 30
That's
years
a
ago,
new
that
thing
was
over
just
the
fact.
last fucking 100 years or whatever.
No, it's not.
It is though.
All right.
We
man.
have
Well,
mass
hey, I
historical
appreciate the time.
documentation that shows the existence of multiple genders literally as long as we've had writing.
Yeah. Okay. Since somebody
Yeah.
wrote it one time a long time ago.
No, not one person wrote it a long time ago. Literally every singular culture throughout human history that we have written word for has recognized the existence of multiple genders. Every single
What were
one.
they? Can you tell me more about that? What were they?
I already gave you an example of one.
Male, female, and what were the other 6?
Oh, they change again because gender is a social construct that changes throughout time. I've already been
I'm
very,
trying to-
very clear of that.
Honestly asking, what would they be?
What would what
like-
be?
Like how are there 8? I don't get it.
Well, you don't get what?
What the extra ones are?
You want me to pull them up and read them for you?
You don't know?
Did I memorize every gender that's existed throughout history? No. Why would I
How
do
many
that?
are there then?
Currently, right now, there's 100 and something that I recognize over the space of the world.
Doesn't that seem a little bit complicated? Doesn't that seem like
Yeah,
something that
because you know why it's complicated?
Because it's wrong.
Because people are complicated and people aren't binary. Yeah. People
tell that to
with
DNA.
with all the billions
Tell that
of
to-
well
tell that
DNA,
to chromosomes.
DNA and chromosomes are also complicated. Actually, this is why we have the existence of things
they
like
can be studied in
XXX chromosomes and we have
they're
XXY
standard.
chromosomes. See, what the thing that is complicated is gender is incredibly complicated. All right. Your understanding of it is simple. All right. You have a very, very small understanding of gender and its social construct within the world. Okay. You have a very, very small understanding of biology. All right. So your
I
understanding of the
actually
entire
studied some
thing
biology in
is
college,
simple,
so
right? And
I
so
do
me
understand
trying to
biology.
explain a complicated thing to someone that is simple, that is the problem. Okay?
I think we need to be
If
more
you either
simple on
wanted to or had the ability to, okay,
I think humans should be more
understand
simple.
more than that, okay, then it'd be super simple.
Okay, I got one more follow up with that. Then why is there not like transgender? Why is the like U.S. or like the U.K. the most populated in transgender? Like, for example, if you go to like any of the tribes in Africa, why are there no transgenders there?
Actually, multiple tribes in Africa have shown that they have understanding of multiple genders, so that's actually very not true. But
I don't think
beyond
that's true at all. And there's
beyond
not a
all
lot
of that, it is true. I'm not
there's not a
asking your
lot of
opinion.
gay
It's
or bisexual or lesbian either. There's none.
yeah,
Like,
that
virtually
that
none of
actually
that.
exists in all of that. Actually, funny enough,
There's virtually none of it.
there is tons of it.
I've actually
There is
seen the
literally
research on that.
so many.
They don't even know what the word gay means.
Exactly,
They have
because
no idea.
it isn't. It's so normal that it's not even an understanding of the terminology that we use.
Oh, that is so backwards.
It's not backwards at all.
I think social media has been poisoning the minds of people to
Like
make them
you,
feel
yes,
like
I
they're more-
completely agree, sir. You realize like Asia has like the highest concentration of trans people in the world, right?
I believe it. It's the highest technology.
But you just said it was.
That's what I
But you just.
saying.
But you just said it was the U.S. and UK.
I said like the U.S. and the U.K.
No, you said the U.S. and the UK have the highest concentration. I'm telling you that you're wrong.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's fine. I didn't mean it like that. If that's what I said, what I meant was those are some of the highest populated ones. Those
Mm-hmm.
are the ones that I'm just thinking of. Obviously, Asia is going to be the most populated because it has the most people. But
No, even the concentration. Do you understand what per capita is?
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay. So when I say concentration, that's what I mean. Per capita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we fundamentally disagree on some things. I think life should be more simple, and you think life should be more complicated. And,
No, I think life
and
should be
that's about
life.
it.
I think that people are complicated beings.
So should I have to call somebody by the name that they want?
No,
me to
of course
call them?
not.
Oh, we actually agree,
Yeah. It just makes you an asshole.
and that's fine if that's
Yeah.
how they feel.
Like if
don't
I
care.
want to
I don't
call
care.
like do I have to call you, right? Like an uneducated Neanderthal? No, I don't have
Yeah,
to call you.
I'm not-
I don't
I'm not gonna
have
get
to.
easily
I
offended,
would
though, and I'm not going to go storm on
Oh,
Twitter.
sorry, I'm not calling you that.
or
I'm just
whatever.
saying, do I have to call you that? No, I don't have to call you that at all. If I did, I would be an asshole, right? And that would be very rude of me, right?
And I would go to sleep, and I wouldn't lose a single.
Yeah, and so will
second of
every
sleep.
trans person that you call the wrong pronouns. They will go to sleep just fine and just forget about you because you're
No,
insignificant.
they won't.
Yes, they will. They will go on with their lives because you are completely
There's
insignificant.
so many posts on TikTok about people that.
Yeah, there's
complain
posts on
getting
TikTok about
misgendered.
Sasquatch existing, sir. Maybe you should learn to think about things outside of TikTok.
Except one of those is real and one of them isn't. Sasquatch
Yeah,
isn't
TikTok isn't.
What?
TikTok isn't real. People just post rage stuff on there in order to get clicks, dude. You think that's really how people act in real life? Get a fucking life,
yeah,
dude.
I do.
Yeah, get a life.
I've seen it.
Turn off TikTok. Go touch some grass, bro.
I don't even have a TikTok. I don't.
Yeah, you
But
should.
I've
Go touch some grass, bro. Get out of your house every once in a while, all right?
literally don't have social media, but yeah. Nice
Yeah,
try, bud.
yet you're the one that's sitting here telling me how there's all these people on TikTok doing stuff, but he doesn't have a TikTok. You are just
because when I'm
literally,
out talking to people, we have
you are
conversations.
literally just a walking contradiction, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
so
good
you
thing
tell
I'm
me
not an
to live
asshole.
under
And,
a rock.
yeah, it's a good thing I'm not an asshole and wouldn't call you an uneducated Neanderthal. But anyways, hope you have whatever day you deserve, okay?
I hope you're like.
All right. Anyways, we're going to keep this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for the corals. I saw all of those coming in. I'm trying to get these super chats. Okay, and no complaints at all. I am just seeing so many feisty and everyone else sending so many jewels. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys have been absolutely awesome. It's so good. It's making me hard to find this. Jen said, will you and Ari do a live together? We would love to see you guys dog walk MAGA together. We are actually working on that. We've been working on that for a while. We used to do our lives together all the time. and then we moved over and did some other stuff. Y'all, make sure you guys hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't done that already, thank you guys so much. I did see, and I was trying to get back to that. Krabby, I think you just became my first super fan on TikTok. I think you just became my first super fan on TikTok, which is pretty awesome. That's super cool. It says, would you and Ari do a live together? Would love to see you guys dog walk MAGA together. We used to do that a lot. We haven't done that in a while. Back when both of us were only on TikTok, we did that all the time. But yeah, we haven't done that in a while. So we need to figure out a way in order to do that again. For sure. But thank you so much, Jen. I really appreciate that. Lee, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Vote for the one who has morals. That's pretty simple, but MAGA wouldn't believe in that. Thank you so much, Lee. I appreciate that. CJ says, this is why men like him shouldn't be worried about a woman's uterus. They don't know facts about pregnancy or abortions. I don't know that dude had very many facts about much of anything, to be completely honest with you. He was pretty much just generally uneducated, but hey, what are you going to do? But thank you, CJ. Thank you so much for the $5. Jeffrey says, why is MAGA obsessed with gender? Seriously. Not only just gender, very obsessed with genitalia. They talk about genitalia a lot, specifically male genitalia. Very, very weird. And Kez, running laps around MAGA today, I really hope these people rewatch and listen to themselves and hear how dumb they sound fighting the good fight. Thank you so much, Kez. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's really, really good. Big W's in chat for everybody who gifted. Between the corals and all this, I saw Lee Jackson, I saw Seraphim, I saw Peachy, all with the corals, and of course Krabby with the super fan. I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna move on to one more caller. Maybe I don't know. We'll see how long this one lasts. I say one more, and then we'll see how long this one lasts. But big W's in chat for everybody who's been supporting today. I really, really appreciate you guys. You guys do help to keep this live going every single day, so I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you'd like support, of course, I do have that. I also have my pay links in my bio if you'd like to support that way. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for any support that you guys give. Thank you guys so much. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 18.
You're how old?
18.
Were you reborn?
2006.
No, I just don't feel like talking to an 18-year-old. Anyways, hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Doing good. How old are you?
I am 35.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do not.
All right. Sorry, man. I'm only looking for a Trump supporter right now. I appreciate you. Guys, I only have time for like one or two more, so I do not. Please, if you're not a Trump supporter, do not call in. I don't want to have to do this again. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing great. How old are you?
20.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Oh, yes, I do.
Awesome.
All right. Hello?
So what do you want?
All right. I just want to continue the topic about the abortion that you're having. I noticed some pretty major topics from both of y'all. So the big one that stood out to me is late-term abortion. So what are your thoughts on that? Doesn't exist? All right. So would you say like there should be laws even though it doesn't exist?
No. I already just had this conversation with the last guy, dude.
But I think is the thing like it could still happen. Just because something doesn't exist at the moment doesn't mean it can't happen. No?
If it was going to happen, then why did we make laws about it anyway?
But exactly, it could happen. Which is, and you clearly agree. Oh,
I literally already just had this same conversation with the last dude. Asked and answered, bro.
Yeah, but you kind of skipped over it.
No, I didn't. I had a very in-depth answer to that exact question, and I very much answered to him why I said we shouldn't have that law.
Your answer was it doesn't exist. That's literally
no, that was not just my answer. I also he also said why should it not exist, and I explained in depth why it should still exist.
Why shouldn't it exist? Go ahead, please.
I already answered the question. Why were you not paying attention to the last person?
Oh my! You didn't answer. All you said was, "Oh, it doesn't exist, so it doesn't have to be laws about it." That's what you said.
Chat. Why did I just answer the last guy? Please go ahead and put my answer in the chat so that people can, so that this guy can read it. Okay. Because obviously he couldn't pay attention to the last one. All right. So why don't we let the chat answer it? All right.
I'm reading the chat. I don't see any.
Jesus. I said because the only reason to make that law, okay, that would restrict it, would restrict actual people that need it for the reasons of mother's help or fetal viability.
And I agree. If it affects the mother, definitely abortion
Yes,
should be allowed.
but the laws
don't agree is
that
this late-term abortion
that
for no
are
reason.
currently, sir, but they're not happening. Late term abortions, for which again is not a thing and doesn't exist, is not happening. So when you create laws banning it, the only thing that happens is the restriction on abortions that need to happen for mother's life or fetal viability. Which again, I already answered this exact question this exact same way.
What do you say about a law that allows a baby to be aborted if it does affect the mother at birth, but doesn't allow the baby to be aborted for no reason?
Yeah,
What would you say about that law?
I would say the multiple people that have died across the United States due to those exact laws would prove that they don't
But
work.
I just told you if this rich
Yes,
mother,
those
rich
exact
mother,
laws exist exactly the way you said it, and
All right,
women
how
are
would they
dying
die?
in the United States
How would
because
they
of it.
die from those laws? How would they
Because
die from those
doctors
laws?
get confused on what is allowed and what is not allowed. They then have to report they can lose their medical license and all sorts of other things. Okay, performing ones because a bunch of legislators are then going to decide whether the procedure that they just performed actually had to do with the mother's life or not. So a bunch of non-doctors are going to be judging a bunch of doctors about whether they performed an abortion on whether that was actually legal or not. So then doctors just choose not to perform the abortions at all because they don't want to lose their medical license.
So you're gonna blame human error for it?
It is human error.
Yeah, so you're gonna blame human error for it.
Again, because we have laws stopping things that aren't happening. So the doctor loses their medical license or the woman dies in order because we have just so we can have a law to prevent something that's not fucking happening.
Since you're just talking about something never happening, where has that happened? When has that happened? Doctors losing their license.
Amber Thurman?
Please explain, elaborate.
I just did. You should have been paying attention.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. It must be the line.
No, it's not the line. I just explained it to you in depth, and you were so busy trying to come up with your answer, you didn't realize I already just described a situation of a woman that it's already happened to.
Okay, please calm down.
No, fuck you.
Screaming and yelling.
No,
doesn't
fuck you.
Winning an argument. We're trying to have
is this line working?
We're trying to have a debate.
Yeah, yeah. No, we're not trying to have a debate. No. We're not. Hey, hello. We are not trying to have a debate. Hey, shh. Who said I was trying to have a debate with you?
What are you trying to have? You're trying to change.
Sir, all you're asking me to do is just repeat a bunch of shit I just said to the last guy. If you wanted to have a debate, you would have listened to what I already fucking said, and then I wouldn't be having this conversation. Because I've already specifically explained this to the last guy.
Listen, you're coming off at a hostile foot because you think I'm totally against you.
No, I think you're a fucking moron. That's why I'm coming off as a hostile foot. And I don't actually think that you're a moron. I know that you are. No, fuck you. I don't have to calm down your shit. How about this? How about this? How about this? And you're gone. Fuck off, dude. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. A bunch of fucking 19-year-old fucking boys who have never fucking even been inside fucking a pussy want to fucking come up here and fucking argue abortion against me. Shut the fuck up. Go fucking play with Legos and mind your own fucking business, dude. Seriously. And then you want to cry about it too? Go fuck yourself, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. I just explained this shit, bro. I just explained this shit. I'm not doing it again. Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you tonight?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm not going to debate with you. I don't want to destroy. You don't want you to destroy me. But first time caller, first time watcher of yours, and so I was listening to the debate on gender, and recently, listening to the late term or the entire,
I'm not talking abortion anymore tonight, man. So if that's what you're
Yeah,
here to
yeah,
talk about, I'm
that's
not talking abortion anymore.
no, not at all, man. Not at all. I can talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. Is gender okay?
No, I'm kind of done with both those conversations. It's all I've talked about the last like 45 minutes. So,
Well,
anyways,
what point of contention could I bring to try to shift to you? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty smart guy. Again, I don't want you to flame me to death, but I would like to have a mental gymnastics or an intelligence aptitude conversation with you.
yeah, then come
Of
back
some
another
sort.
time. I'm already over it. Anyways, I guess I try to stay on longer for you guys, but honestly, like this is just being boring as fuck, bro. I've literally had like 3 different conversations about trans people and 3 different conversations about abortion. Here's your fucking answer for all of them. Mind your own fucking business and shut the fuck up. Cool? I was really hoping I could pull up the next caller and they'd want to talk about something of actual intelligence. They want to have an economic conversation or something, but I'm not doing that anymore. Isaiah, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Is there ever be a time when we don't have to talk about Trump? Sure. You don't ever have to talk about Trump ever. Yeah, I'm just over it. Anyways, I try to stay on late. Maybe next time people will come up with I'm not doing just abortion for you to make the same fucking arguments over and over. It's just ridiculous, dude. But anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful one. I'll see you guys tomorrow 7:30. I'm on late tomorrow. 7:30. See you guys later, all right? Love you.